A Latin inscription. An nessis, mi fili quantilia produncia mundus vergatur.
Latino, facile tradurre. Scusa, sono dimenticato di tradurre qua. Translate the text. Propriamente, come si dice? Proprio tradotto, eh. Difficoltà 1, occultismo 1. Vai.
You don't know, my son, how little wisdom the world is governed with.
Che è successo? Personalità. Ogni persona che incontri sull'isola è una persona unica che la rende vulnerabile a alcune abilità. Ma questo l'ho già letto? Non mi ricordo più. No, penso no. Sfruttare la personalità dell'interlocutore è fondamentale per conseguire i tuoi obiettivi. Le abilità utilizzate contro l'immunità non saranno efficaci e ti renderanno esausto, mentre le vulnerabilità sfruttate ripresteranno un punto impegno.
And to agree.
Mortimer, che è il capo della zona. Immunità, persuasione. Però dobbiamo scoprire la sua vulnerabilità. Come dicevo, Derisce, no, Louise, Hillsborough, Emily è immune alla logica. Io andrò a mettermi dopo più avanti, penso che sia diversivi e utili. Linguistica, agilità è strautile, almeno a livello 1. Ma c'è un sacco di roba da fare. Osservazione. Agilità sicuro. Persuasione può anche essere, ma c'ho già la manipolazione. Forse politica, o linguistica, che lo sa.
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop? Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara Derice, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Cosa succede? Allora, come confronto inizio? 3 gaffe rimaste. Allora, con calma, spiegatemi cosa devo fare. Nel corso di un confronto dovrai superare diverse fasi cercando di essere sempre il più convincente possibile. I confronti hanno conseguenze dirette sul resto della storia, quindi non esitare nel fare uso delle tue abilità. In ogni confronto viene visualizzata un'interfaccia che indica fino a che punto hai convinto il tuo interlocutore. Grazie, non sei stato molto utile,
Thank
Vittorio.
you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Fase 1. Ah! Che devo fare? Sì, si trova già dal sito. No, consegnami la lettera. No.
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow, then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is very commendable. But since we work together on a daily basis, it's surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
Ah. La nostra attività è riservata. Difficoltà 3, occultismo livello 1. Me ne chiedo. Ma io non posso usare gli oggetti. No, perché devo usare prima gli oggetti a quanto pare. Dai. La nostra attività è riservata. È un segreto professionale, mi dispiace. È difficile.
If you know my mother, you will understand that I cannot answer you, Your Eminence. I'm sorry, but...
Do not worry, my son. I perfectly understand, and I expected nothing less from you. Discretion and secrecy are both pillars of the organizations for which we work. You are the worthy son of Sarah.
All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Pensate che lo debba affidare a voi? Ma che risposta è? Cioè, che domanda è? Costo ridotto di 3, quindi 0. Ah! Ovviamente.
Look, you seem hesitant. The simplest thing to do is just to give it to her when you see her. After all, it's not that urgent.
Yes. I mean, yes, it's urgent. I mean, what if we don't find each other here on the island?
Though I don't know yet when I'll be leaving. I might not be staying for very long. What to do? Can you see a solution?
Ma dai,
Come
proprio.
on. Just give me the letter for crying out loud.
I cannot run the risk alone. I am going to trust you. You seem like an honest man.
Vacca
Bingo.
manipolato a
Listen to me,
bestia,
child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
Ma come ultima fase? Che palle, pensate di aver già finito. Confronto ultima fase. Nell'ultima fase di un confronto devi convincere il tuo interlocutore dando una risposta corretta. In caso di risposta sbagliata dovrai ripetere la fase fino a quando non avrai dato la risposta giusta o non avrai terminato le gaffe a tua disposizione. Cioè, quindi devo ridare tutte le mie risposte che ho fatto. Inizia il dialogo dall'inizio. Ultima fase del confronto. Ma boh, mica capito tanto. Ascoltate figliolo. Certo, non vi preoccupate. Beh, questo è semplice, dico. Certo, non vi preoccupate. Non credo nel vostro Dio. Cos'è sta roba? È scientifico. Però faccio la boiata se faccio non credo nel vostro Dio. Proviamo, eh.
Your Eminence, that's just not possible for me.
Why is that?
I've always had a Cartesian mind, and I won't make false promises. I respect you too much for that. I spend my time trying to find logical and reasonable answers to problems which, at first glance, may seem supernatural. I'm not saying I don't believe in God as a concept. I just don't believe in the God of your sacred texts. And I don't want to lie to you.
Even though your answer does shock me, my son, I shall only hear your honesty. Listen, let's stop there. I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur Derice. Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her. That time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Elementi nascosti. Molti indizi e oggetti sono nascosti. Alcuni avranno conseguenze sulla tua avventura, quindi mettiti alla ricerca. Quindi penso che si può aprirla sta qua. Ah, quando sarò nella mia stanza deciderò se aprirla. Ottimo. Allora, abbiamo scoperto nel diario che... No, derisce. Piaggi, Giuseppe, vulnerabile alla manipolazione. A me piace sta cosa. Ma abbiamo sbloccato anche un'altra cosa. Qua, finché no... I livelli aumentano soltanto a fine episodio. Sono 5 episodi, quindi al momento non possiamo fare niente. I talenti abbiamo visto, i confronti. Abilità in psicologia, buono. Ci ha dato il tratto affidabile. Un punto in manipolazione. Affidabile. Fiducioso. No, fiducioso ce l'avevo già. Ti sei fidato di tua madre. Presenza carismatica. No, ci ha dato solo affidabile, a quanto pare. Tutto qua? Pensavo un po' di più. Cioè. Allora, io voglio ripristinare un punto impegno. Usiamolo perché premi 1. Ah, bastava tenere premuto. Ottimo. Allora, io so che la fase successiva è il cammino. Io voglio un attimo prima esplorare.
Saturn devouring his son. Good God, how awful.
Oddio.
Everything in this painting is disturbing. It's the first time I've seen brushstrokes like this.
Vediamo se c'è qualcosa di interessante intorno.
Crucifixion of St. Peter. He was crucified upside down, out of humility. Surprising for an entrance hall.
Io non posso vandalizzare tipo il posto.
I've just arrived. It might be bad manners to go upstairs without being invited. Blind Oedipus. Blinded himself. What a tragic destiny.
Tribulus terrestris. Confesso stato esaltato. Rivela temporaneamente le immunità relative a una scelta di un dialogo in una conversazione. Non puoi prendere con te più di 5. Cioè, quindi devo usarlo prima di usarlo. Prima che dopo?
Fall of the Damned by Rubens. The man who cannot achieve the salvation of God the Father is offered a fall into the depths of the abyss.
Sbloccato.
Maybe I should introduce myself to the other guests first. Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men. Open to Brutus's page. Caesar, stabbed by multiple blows at once, sees Brutus raise the dagger on him. Then, covering his head with his robe, he delivers himself to the arms of the conspirators. Nice family. Let's keep it. Might come in handy someday.
E vai, libro dritto in tasca. Manoscritti. Consentono di istruirti nel corso delle avventure. All'inizio di ogni missione potrai scegliere cosa leggere e ottenere punti abilità permanenti, all'inizio di ogni missione. Quindi, manoscritti, un punto abilità persuasione o occultismo. Quello più avanti penso, quindi. Aspetta.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Ma che è sto
Louis,
vecchio?
come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monsignor His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi? He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington.
What?
President of the United
Questo
States.
sarebbe George Washington. What? Il
Delighted
vecchietto.
at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Il vecchietto.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Maurras de Riche. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
Di una lettera di... lettera, parliamo d'altro. Questo è diversivo e questo è etichetta. Mia madre.
At the risk of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Riche's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Ma che ti interessa a te, scusa? È scomparso inventati qualcosa. Non fidiamoci troppo, io direi, mai fidarsi.
Like you, Mr. President, I'm here as a result of Lord Mortimer's invitation.
2 members of the same family here. That is rare.
You know what they say. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Oh.
Good Lord. Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man for my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start.
Perché tutto grinzoso?
Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat, very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer, so don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I have already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
Oddio. Stiamo con Washington che sono in 2. O scopri cosa home su tua madre. Secondo me non ha molte informazioni. O più che altro non ci dirà nulla. Io piuttosto sto con Washington. Vediamo che posso sfruttare una sua opportunità.
Let's see what Washington has to say. Sir, if you don't mind, I shall stay here.
Do exactly as you please, young man.
Louis, thank you for staying. Just like you, when I arrived this morning, I found out that Sarah had gone missing. I know your mother well. Don't worry. Emily is from the English branch of the Golden Order.
And President Washington is in fact the leader of the Order in the United States.
I didn't know.
Sorry to have made you wait, but I didn't want to speak in front of the others.
You did well. Secrecy and discretion are the pillars of our organization.
If I can help in any way at all, please don't hesitate to ask, my lad. And if you have any other questions, now's the time.
Ma George Washington era così socievole? No, perché se voi lo avete conosciuto George Washington, non so se era proprio così, vabbè. A parte gli scherzi, va bene. Vediamo. Come fa Emily a conoscere mia madre? Chiediamo di Mortimer.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
Lord Mortimer is a remarkable man. He's wealthy and is advisor to the very highly placed. Your mother is the head of the Order in France. It doesn't surprise me that he asked her to come.
Lord Mortimer greatly contributed to financing my electoral campaign, for example. But I want this to be clear, without ever seeking to gain an advantage.
And that is to his credit.
Yes, you can trust him. He will do everything in his power to help you find Sarah.
Mr. Washington, you seem to be very familiar with my mother.
Come l'hai conosciuta e quando l'hai incontrata?
When did you last speak to her?
Philadelphia, 15 years ago.
Come on.
Sarah often went back and forth between France and the United States.
Yes, I remember those days. I didn't see her too often. Right. Would it be too much if I asked you a few more questions?
Not at all. Go ahead. But I can't promise I'll remember everything.
May I ask, when you saw each other, what did you talk about?
Politiche, tematiche politiche.
When she came to the US, did you exchange ideas about the Golden Order?
Exactly. What's more, she was essential in helping set up the American branch of the Order. I would never have become its leader without her help. We are a new country. And to achieve our democratic ideals, we need to count on discrete powers such as our organization.
Thank you, sir. I was hoping to speak with Lord Mortimer. At least now I have some information, thanks to you.
I repeat, Lord Mortimer is a man of his word. You won't be disappointed. And I am persuaded that your mother's research is his main concern.
Mother still is at the head of the Golden Order. I find it difficult to believe that she came to this island without notifying the other members.
As for myself, I did not know. I am here at the request of Sir Holm, a situation regarding the Crown of England to resolve, and to see what Lord Mortimer has to propose to us.
As for me, Lord Mortimer asked me here to speak about the future of America. I did not know that your mother would even be among us. In any case, no one has yet mentioned associating the Order.
We haven't found many clues yet.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm sure nothing bad has happened to her.
Yes, I hope not.
Careful, they're coming back.
Salve Mortimer.
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Sbagliato. Era
Sir
con la
Holm,
sinistra.
who was that young lady? with you?
Ma dai,
Elizabeth
facci fare
Adams,
giusto.
Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence. On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
No, praticamente c'è 50-50 di fare giusto o sbagliato. Appena sceglie la risposta sbagliata si perde. È proprio bastardino sto gioco, eh? È proprio bastardi, perché se...
Ladies, gentlemen,
Manchi
I
il
bid you
colpo,
all good night.
salti
Mr.
tutto.
President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow. Oh, man. It's been quite a day. Right. Where is my room?
Dov'è la mia stanza? Perché vi dà poco tempo e poi bisogna beccarlo giusto. Non è facile sto gioco. Per quello c'è la possibilità di rigiocarlo in più modi diversi. Moneta da collezione. Ehi là. Bene, bene. E iniziamo a investigare.
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
What? Ah, è vero. Ah, un Napoleone. Cioè, se noi sfondiamo la porta... Eh no, è chiuso. Oh, ma qua c'è tutto un complotto qua, c'è.
Monsieur Jacques Perru.
Allora, esploriamo qualsiasi cosa, perché se saltiamo anche un minimo, perdiamo
A few
tutto.
leaves out of an old encyclopedia.
Enciclopedia. Elisir dorato. Cura tutte le alterazioni negative. Non puoi portare più di te 5.
Golden elixir. I'll keep it for later.
Potrei andare a tornare giù? No, non posso tornare giù. Che palle.
Decorum guide. Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust. What should I do?
Sotterfugi livello 1. Oh, sotterfugi. Apri la lettera senza rompere il sigillo. No, non perdiamo le fiducie di Piaggi. Tanto sappiamo già che ci ha rivelato tutto. Abbiamo tratto fiducioso, quindi non serve più che altro leggere. Ci ha detto tutto.
Damn. Can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Piaggi, so... Too bad. I'll wait until I hand it to Mother. Wow. Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Cavolo, che stanza, gente. Guarda che roba. Cacca, vorrei avere io una stanza del genere. Cavolo. Anzi, anche una cucina del genere, Ma che... Scusa, infila le dita dentro a un... Dentro allo stomaco. Acqua di melissa. Confino stato concentrato. Prossimo uso di abilità non consumare punti impegno. Questo è utile.
Carmelite water will give me a little reprieve. Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices. Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son. Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. The Conversion of Saint Paul by Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome. Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes. Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Sblocca.
Golden elixir.
Sto mangiando tutto i miei punti impegno. No, vai a letto. No, 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 no. Porca vacca, sono andato a letto. No, torna indietro. Per piacere, torna indietro, no. Che palle, ero concentrato a esplorare, no? Mi sono dimenticato che se vado a letto questo parte, finisce direttamente la missione. Ah, così. Così. Episodio 1 già finito. Buongiorno. Così proprio. Un punto e altri 2 punti. Per forza mi conviene fare psicologia. Così sfrutto gli altri 2 punti. Equipaggiamento di manoscritti. Qui puoi scegliere cosa leggere durante la tua avventura. Ogni manoscritto letto otterrai punti abilità al termine della missione. Impossibile equipaggiare. Occultismo, un punto abilità. Un punto ma non un livello. Etichetta persuasione. C'ho già manipolazione.